Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I'm building another family home, and this time I am building a big family Christmas house. So basically what I wanted to do was build a large family home and decorate it for Christmas, but like really decorate it for Christmas. Like the family that lives here goes completely Christmas crazy, and they decorate every part of their house with Christmas stuff. So hopefully you guys will like it. It ends up having 4 bedrooms. There's 3 kids' rooms upstairs. The parents' bedroom and bathroom is downstairs, but there's also like this office area where I put one of the Murphy beds. And I was thinking that would be a perfect spot for like relatives that come to stay for Christmas, maybe one of the parents' in-laws, or maybe like an aunt or uncle or both, or somebody comes to visit. So there's a space in there for that. And yeah, other than that, there is a garage. It's a separate building, so it's like a detached garage, I think is what you would call it. So you'll see that here in just a little while. There's also a play area in the back with a tree house, a swing set, and lots of landscaping, of course. I put a barbecue in the back as well as an outdoor dining table, but really landscaping in the snow is so difficult. It looks pretty and I do enjoy it, but then I kind of am not really sure what to place because it's not the same as decorating without the snow. So I do go through and make sure everything that like looks okay without the snow here. So if you're playing in the other seasons, things don't look weird. I made sure that there's terrain paint and like all of the flooring on the outside looks okay. And the roof color too. I think I changed the roof color. I'll check the roof color before uploading it to the gallery because those things are always so difficult when building in the snow. But it is so pretty. I think this house is so cute. And I really had fun with playing around like the windows. I tried using a variety of different windows from different packs. I think I mostly ended up using cats and dogs windows and this new one that we got with an update recently. It was supposed to come, I think, with the, what was it? The industrial loft kit. They showed it in the promotional post of the kit, but then it didn't actually come with it. It was very strange. Another window very similar to it came, but not this exact one. So they ended up just patching it in later, I think like a week ago or something. So I haven't really got a chance to use it very much. So I thought I would use it in this house. And I think it really added like something kind of interesting because I don't think I typically would have used like a round window on a house like this. Or probably even this large of a window, but I thought it was really nice and it let in like a lot of really pretty light, and yeah, I thought it was super cute. But anyways, here you can see I'm working on the floor plan. I really wanted to make sure the floor plan was going to work out before finishing the rest of the build. This is something I always try to do. You guys probably know this by now, but sometimes I just kind of fail and I go ahead and I landscape an entire build and then hope that the floor plan is going to work out and I don't need to make any changes. Of course I can make changes, but it's just harder once all the landscaping is done. But yeah, the floor plan for this was a little bit tricky. As you can see, I'm fiddling around with things a little bit. I really wanted to have like a full dining room so the family could sit and have dinner together. I really wanted to have a downstairs bathroom. I was going to also include a laundry room in the bathroom, but I ended up not doing that. So if you really want laundry, there's plenty of space in that bathroom to include it if you would like it to be there. I, of course, wanted a kitchen and then a space to have like an office area for like a extra bedroom. And the reason I wanted it to be an office area is because I really wanted the mother of this house to be completely obsessed with crafting. And so she's the one that goes all out with decorating their home for Christmas, and she makes a lot of things herself. And I think probably for other holidays as well, she goes all out like for like Easter, for whatever the Sims equivalent is of all these holidays. And she just really enjoys it. I imagine she makes all of the kids' Halloween costumes. I've done a similar build to this before. I think it was called like a big happy family home, and I did a crafting room in that build and I really enjoyed it. So ever since then I've been wanting to include it in another build, so I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. And also before I decorate, you'll see that I go through and have the Sim put Christmas lights on the build. I ended up only adding lights to the roof line rather than like the fences and the spandrels. I think, well, maybe I did spandrels too. I think I might have did the icicle lights on the spandrels. I think we'll see here in just a little while, but yeah, I decided not to do the fences because I think you can do fences and foundations. Am I remembering correctly? But either way, sometimes I feel like it can look kind of crazy, but I think the roof line and the spandrels just adds enough lights to make it look realistic, but not too crazy, because I don't think anybody really decorates their foundations or their fences. I wouldn't have minded if it was just the fence on the porch, but I didn't want it to be the fence like around the entire build. So anyways, here I'm picking out some colors for the exterior. I ended up going with this really pretty brown siding with the brick on the bottom. I was trying to add like different brick accent pieces to like chunks of the house that was sticking out, but I didn't quite like it. So just a little bit of brick I thought was nice. And then this is pretty much it for the entire shape of the house. I think it's such a nice shaped house. I'm like so proud of the way it turned out, because I was looking, of course, on Pinterest, because I'm always looking on Pinterest. Even when I'm not building, I'm always on Pinterest basically, whether it's for, you know, building things for my channel or things in like real life with like my son and stuff. By the way, my son turned 1 the other day. Can you guys believe it's already been a year? He's so big, he's so cute, and he's sick right now. It's really sad. This is like the first real like cold that he's had, and he's so scratchy and tired, and it's so sad. I feel bad for him, but he's getting better. He's much better than he was like a day ago. So I've been trying to get this finished to share with you guys in time for Christmas. It is Christmas Eve now that I am recording this voiceover, so if I can get it finished and uploaded, hopefully it will be up on the channel today. And then I have a Christmas themed apartment that hopefully I will share on Christmas Day if everything goes according to plan. So that's what I've been working on, and of course I've been working on some other things too, but I've really wanted to get some Christmas videos out because I think I kind of slacked on the fall videos this year, and the Halloween ones too. I feel like I just kind of like blew through the holidays, but I've been feeling very much in the Christmas spirit, even though it just hasn't really happened, at least building wise this year. I mean, I have these, it's just taking me a while, but anyways, yeah, I quickly built the detached garage, and then I put a couple of cars in the driveway. I put a big tree in the back. I thought that would be so cool, especially like if you are playing in the winter to start out with, and then, you know, the spring comes and the tree kind of like comes to life. I thought that would be really like enjoyable to see in the game. I don't know if it is because I never actually play the game, but in my mind it was a nice idea, especially like with the other landscaping and this tree house in the back. I just thought it would be so cute just to see it kind of like spring to life during the warmer seasons in the game. But yeah, I think the treehouse ended up looking super cute. I do decorate it at the very end of the video. I almost like nearly forgot about it. I actually had to go back into my game to decorate it. I went to go take the screenshots, and yeah, it's empty. So I just decorated it basically for any kids. I mean, of course, the kids that live here, but I tried to not decorate it specifically to one of the kids or two of the kids that live in this house. I really tried to make it feel like any kid could play in this treehouse. So I think you could adapt it depending on the family that you have living here. And I also tried to decorate it like a little kid would decorate it. So it's not supposed to look like super put together or like there's no color scheme or anything. It's supposed to just look like a treehouse. And so I think it's so cute. And I also really liked using these windows that we got from, I think it was Jungle Adventure. I believe that's the pack where we got these windows. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. But either way, I felt like it looked more realistic for a treehouse not to have like glass windows. I mean, of course, it wouldn't be too difficult if you're building a treehouse to actually put in windows, but it just felt more like handmade to me and less like a commercial treehouse that you might buy or have like a professional put in. Like I wanted it to feel like the family actually built the treehouse. So I felt like those were perfect, and of course they have the little windows, or the little doors on the windows, so you could pretend that they could close them when the weather gets too bad and they want to play in there or something like that. Of course, you could put like a little heater in there if you would like to, so that's a possibility. But yeah, here I'm working on the landscaping. Landscaping is always tricky in the snow because you can't actually see what the landscaping is going to look like when the colors are all like their normal color and they're not all frosted over. But I tried to pick ones that I thought would go well together or I knew went well together, and I think it looks really nice. Like I said, I did check it in the regular like default season of build mode. You won't see it on screen. I just kind of quickly did it just to make sure everything looked okay. But like I said, I do need to check the roof color because I can't remember changing it. So it might just be the default roof. But I mean, that's an easy thing to change if you guys don't like the default roof or if you want something different. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, back here, I really wanted it to look like the treehouse was more natural looking. So I put some like bushes and stuff around it, trying to make it look like overgrown and to hide the very fake tree stump that's underneath of it. I think the tree stump that I used is a table, if I'm remembering correctly. I might be wrong. I'm not exactly sure, but I sized it up and it looks like a tree that's been like sawed off and they built this little house on top of it. And then there's one tree poking through it. It shouldn't cause any problems because it is a live edit objects tree. So I'm hoping that the Sims won't have any trouble playing up there, but of course you could delete it if you need to. But I thought it would look really nice to have a tree actually coming up through the center when your children's Sims are playing in there. And it was pretty easy to decorate around because the actual trunk of that tree is fairly small. But yeah, I decided to separate the spaces with some more of these hedges and put some like greenery around. And then back here, I do place a barbecue and an outdoor dining table and like a few plant decorations, but really it's fairly simply decorated just because I don't know, I felt like if I added too many things, it would take away from the winteriness of it. Does that make any sense? I just felt like it would. But I thought this table was nice and the barbecue was nice too. And yeah, I do end up decorating the garage, of course. I think I decorate it right before I decorate the treehouse. And it's supposed to look like just a garage. And I really wanted it to feel like it's kind of the father's escape, basically. I feel like the mom gets so crazy around the holidays and he just needs somewhere to go. So I put like a punching bag in there and a heater in there too, so you could like see that he actually spends a lot of time in there. I thought that was a fun idea. But anyways, here we're moving on to the interior, decorating this build. Now this interior took me so many tries to figure out exactly how I wanted it to look. I must have tried like decorating this house like 5 or more times. It was getting ridiculous, honestly. I really wasn't sure like if I wanted to go for a modern interior style, if I wanted to go for like a very traditional color style, like a light color scheme or a dark color scheme. I ended up going with like kind of a combination of all of my ideas. So hopefully it doesn't look too all over the place. But basically I used a combination of light woods, dark woods, and then modern and traditional furniture. And so it's just kind of like a mesh, which I feel like is more realistic because I mean, most families would have things that are older, some things that are newer, and not every wood tone is going to match completely. So yeah, I felt like that was pretty nice. And you will see I add Christmas decorations everywhere. So here I placed this really pretty like garland drapery thing around a lot of the windows and it's so cute. I really like it a lot. I do change the color swatch though. The one that I have here has lots of like blues and yellows in it, but I wanted more of like those very traditional like green and red colors. So I do change the color here in just a little while, but I think this kitchen is super cozy. I like the combination of the Jungle Adventure counters with the Parenthood cabinets. I think they pair well together. I tried using like a lot of seasons in this build too, so the chairs at the dining table are from Seasons, and I tried using like a few other things, but I didn't end up using the couches. I actually ended up using the couches that came from, I think it's Nifty Knitting. You'll see here in just a little while, but they come in this red color, which I feel like, I don't know if they would have like all year round. Maybe this mom is so crazy that she keeps like a spare set of couches in storage just for Christmas. I don't know. I feel like she's maybe that person. I don't know if anybody is that person, but in The Sims we can pretend. And also recently there was an update where we got some really cute holiday decorations, like this fire poker stand with like the little broom and the scooper and stuff. There's also a couple of trays with what do you call that? Fruitcake? I almost said fruit bread, which is pretty close. Fruitcake, and so I put the one that's been like eaten into on the counter here, and there's also a salt and pepper shaker, and then there's one in a really pretty like case. I think I put that on the dining table if I remember correctly, but either way, I think it's so cute, and I really just love those extra decorations. I find it kind of interesting though that they are part of base game and not part of the free holiday pack. So I don't know why they did it that way. I don't know, are they not adding to the free pack anymore? Are they just adding things to base game now? I haven't heard necessarily, but I would have thought that it would have came in an update to that set and not base game. If you guys know, let me know. But Anyways, over here is going to be the entryway. I really wanted to use this set of logs here. I think I ended up using it in the parents' bedroom because I used that fireplace that doesn't have a fire. And so I put the logs in its place, but I tried using them like several different times. But over here, I just have like a few decorations. I ended up actually using some other holiday themed stuff in this build as well. I just really wanted to use them like, I don't know, I just thought they would look nice. So you'll see like different candles and Christmas cards and stuff from other winter holidays. I basically just never get the chance to use them, and I thought that maybe they had like friends or family of different religions or something come over and they wanted to make them feel more comfortable or welcome. I'm not exactly sure. I feel like there's a lot of different stories that you could like play out with that idea, but I essentially just wanted to use them because they're pretty and I thought they would look cute here. But over here I placed a couple of these seasons tables next to each other and put some shoes in there, and then a few other decorations. I also put those really pretty like I don't know what you would call this decoration. I don't think you would call it a garland, but above the doors, the archways, I put the greenery decorations with the pine cones and the nice little ribbon. I sized them up and I think they look so cute and make it feel so Christmassy in here. And I really adore the way that looks. Over here, I'm adding some presents. I know that this tree can be decorated by your sim, so I do have my sim go through and decorate it before I took the screenshots, and I just placed the decorations back. I've been having trouble when trying to decorate these trees with the tree skirt and the presents appearing. Are you guys having that same issue? So I just basically just went and found the tree skirt in the debug menu and then placed present decorations, but I'm not sure if that causes any problems with your sims actually gifting presents. I think they have to have the gifts in their inventory to gift them. I don't know. Can you actually click on the tree and gift things to sims? Let me know. I'm not exactly sure, but anyways, over here I wanted to make this fireplace feel Christmassy, so I hung these Christmas cards like draped right in front of the fireplace. I thought that looked super cute, and I decorated the top of it with a bunch of Christmas decorations. And these are the couches that I was talking about. So I think you could probably make the red work year round depending on whatever decorations you place in here, but I felt like they looked so Christmassy and so cute in here. And then the coffee table came from Parenthood, I believe. I think so. But anyways, on top of the table, I end up having this other, what do you call it? Fruitcake. I keep wanting to call it fruit bread. I wanted to place this here. I thought that I placed it on the kitchen table, but I guess I placed it here instead, and then a few other Christmas decorations. Then I just have a bookcase over here where I placed some more Christmas cards, some books, and other decorations that I thought would look cute. And then over here, what I ended up doing is placing this piano and a couple of side tables from Cats and Dogs and creating my own stand-up piano. I'm hoping that we get one of these eventually. I don't mind creating one myself, but it would be so nice to actually have one that didn't look like a keyboard shoved into some side tables. That would be really nice. So we'll see if that ever comes in a pack. But basically, I wanted to make it feel more Christmassy over here, so I added a bunch of decorations on top of it, and I think it looks so cute with all of these like candles and cards and the nutcrackers. It just feels so festive and really cute. I don't know, I really enjoyed decorating with all of the Christmas stuff. It was so refreshing because I honestly, like when I'm decorating other things, I feel like I gloss over all of the holiday theme pack stuff because mostly I'm not building for holidays necessarily. I'm building just for like everyday life, and I don't even like see the stuff in the catalog. And so it was kind of like I had new content in my game because I was like seeing everything again. Do you guys do that same thing? I thought it was kind of funny. But anyways, over here is going to be the downstairs bathroom. So like I was saying, I was thinking about turning this into a laundry room and like a half bath, but I ended up just doing a full bath instead. So I feel like this is an easy thing to customize. If you guys have laundry day and you would like to do laundry in your game, then this would be where I would put it. But yeah, I even added Christmas decorations in here. I added this really cute like paper lantern with the Christmas tree on it. I thought that was pretty adorable. And even this window in here has that big garland around it with the bow and everything. So I thought that was so, so cute. And then over here is just a tiny little hallway leading to the arts and crafts room as well as the parents' master bedroom. And I just put a couple of portraits over here. I really love the portraits so much. For the longest time, we had just that one single guy image. I don't know his name or who he is, but that one single image. But now we got a variety of other men and women, which I really enjoy. They're all so pretty, but I would like more because now I'm like using the same ones over and over. I feel like I feel like we need more just like pictures of Sims. Like even if we just had like picture frames that we could set on like a table or something that just had images of people, because so many people have like, you know, framed pictures of their families or stuff like that. I know you can do it in live mode and like take pictures of your Sims, but it's not the same, and you can't use move objects properly when placing those, so I never end up using them. But anyways, over here is going to be the arts and crafts room, and since it's an arts and crafts room, I used a ton of stuff from Nifty Knitting, trying to make it feel very arts and crafty basically. And I used the Murphy bed from Tiny Living. It doesn't look like it really belongs in here, but I wanted to have an extra space for a bed, and I wouldn't have been able to turn this into an arts and crafts room if I used a regular bed because it would take up too much space. But yeah, I just basically tried to add a ton of Christmas decorations around. I tried adding a ton of stuff that looks like handcrafted or things that your Sims could make, and then also just general art supplies that came from Nifty Knitting and stuff like that. Over here, I ended up deciding to place some extra like Christmas boxes, like presents, and I was thinking that she still has more presents to wrap, more gifts to give out, and stuff like that. So she kind of stores them in here before putting them under the tree, or once she's done wrapping with them or wrapping them. And also, maybe she stores some that she's gonna like take to, maybe she's involved in some sort of like community activity or some sort of like place that she goes outside of the house. I'm not sure if she works outside of the house. I feel like she's very much a homemaker. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas for that. But yeah, I also really liked placing this rug that has like all the presents on it. I felt like that was super cute. And then I have this shelf over here that has like the extra like crafting supplies, like some paints and paintbrushes. And then I put a few decorations up on top of it. And I think that looks super nice. I especially really liked placing that knitted penguin up here. I felt like that was pretty perfect for a Christmas themed build. And then over here is going to be the parents' master bedroom. I'm quickly decorating their bathroom, just copying over some of the items from the other bathroom. I tend to do that because it makes bathrooms feel like cohesive throughout a build, and then it takes less time to figure out what to do with them, because as much as I like bathrooms, and I do like bathrooms, I know there's lots of builders that don't really like decorating bathrooms. I like them, but they can get very repetitive, and sometimes that's like my fault for doing like the same thing over and over in bathrooms. But really, they're like purely like a functional room, unless I'm doing something that's very like fancy, or if I'm using like custom content or something, then I tend to get more creative, I feel like, or if it's like an interesting shaped room. But I feel like that's not usually the case. But anyways, over here is going to be the parents' master bedroom, and I thought this bed would be perfect because it has the red plaid, and I feel like this is specifically for this time of year. They have an extra like set of bedding just for the holiday season. I wish we had other bedding for the other holidays, because I feel like the Sims that live here would change it for every season, for every holiday, and I thought that would be pretty fun. But anyways, in here I basically just wanted to add bedroom stuff. So of course there's a dresser. I also included this fireplace. This fireplace doesn't have a fire, so I used these logs like I was talking about, which I'm so happy about, because originally I had another fireplace in here, but I wanted to use these logs so bad, and they don't really fit anywhere else. Like they look a little bit strange just sitting on like a side table. I mean, not too strange, they're still like super cute, but they do look a little bit odd. But anyways, I'm just adding some Christmas decorations up on top of the mantle, and then over here I have some extra like boxes full of Christmas decorations, because I feel like they have tons of boxes of Christmas decorations. I honestly probably should have made like an attic or something and just filled it full of Christmas boxes. That probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. But anyways, over here is the top of the dresser. I just add more decorations and not really any bedroom clutter. Usually I would add like some extra towels or makeup or clothes or books or something, but I feel like they take everything down and just decorate for the holidays. So in here, you can see that the lights are poking through, and I wasn't exactly sure how to fix it. This one was easy because I just placed a side table in front of it, but the other one that's right by the stairs, I could have removed or added the floor back, and removed the fence that's at the top of the staircase, but I did this so it would be more open. But unfortunately, the way the game works, it usually brings whatever's on the roof inside. Like if you use certain roof trims, they'll poke through, and then unfortunately the Christmas lights poke through. But I decided to leave it alone, so hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much, but it does look a little bit weird. But I don't think we would probably be spending too much time in the hallway, like taking screenshots. So hopefully it doesn't bother you guys, but if it does, all I would do is just remove the fence at the top of the staircase, and then it'll make it part of the hallway room again, and then you'll just want to maybe draw a fence around that little square that's going to pop up. Hopefully you guys know what I mean. Hopefully that makes sense. If you go back and watch that part of the video, it might make a little bit more sense. But anyways, I'm just quickly decorating the hallway with a side table full of Christmas decorations and then a clock, and that's pretty much it. It's very simply decorated, but over here is going to be the first kid's bedroom that I decorate, and I decided to make it a nursery because I feel like I haven't done a nursery in quite some time. I've done toddler rooms and of course other kids' rooms, but a proper nursery, it's been a while. So in here, I basically just used lots of greens and yellows and decorations that I thought suited a nursery. And I think this little side table is so cute. And I put this little tiny, what do you call the Santa Claus in the game? I forget exactly. Father Winter, is that what you call him? But either way, it's just a tiny little toy of him, and I thought that was so cute, and I imagine they couldn't even wait for Christmas to give it to this little baby, so they're like, here's your little toy, and maybe it's a little rattle or something. I thought that was pretty adorable. But yeah, I really like the way this room turned out. And here you will see that I mess around with these modular shelves for such a long time. I could not get them to work in this room. I just felt like they took up too much space over here, or they just looked a little bit awkward, but I ended up using quite a bit of stuff from Dream Home Decorator in the other kids' rooms, but for some reason in here, I just felt like it did not fit the build or the room at all, but I tried so hard for such a long time. But what I ended up doing is just placing that single tile shelf that came from kids' room stuff. I really like that furniture a lot, and I feel like I can use them in any build. So yeah, I place one of those over here, and then just a laundry hamper, just the simple base game one that's not functional because there's no washer and dryer in here, and then I just put some towels up on top of it, and I think that looks really cute. And then just some very simple artwork. I think this painting of a bunny with a green frame matched the room perfectly. And then over here on top of the dresser, I do add a few clutter decorations and things that I thought suited a nursery. I really like these stack of books, by the way. I know you probably wouldn't have books stacked up, but I really like being able to see the covers of them rather than them laying on a surface. So I end up using them quite a bit when I'm doing nurseries and stuff. But anyways, over here is going to be the other kids' rooms. So in one of the rooms, I put a couple of bunk beds and then a single bed in the other one. So there's room for 3 kids and a baby and then 2 parents. So quite a big family, and honestly, you could even turn the arts and crafts room into another bedroom. There is the Murphy bed in there already, but you could even just turn it into a bedroom all of the time. And the garage too. I think there's a lot of possibilities to have an 8-sim household in here if you really want to, but if not, it fits a large family already. But yeah, in here I was trying to think of the personality of the kids that live in this room. Honestly, I feel like they're just kids and they like lots of different stuff, and their hopes and dreams change daily, especially the kid on the top bunk. I didn't really figure out a personality. I think that kid's more into sports because there's quite a few sports activities in here, but I think they're both into sports. But the one on the lower bunk, I found this little toy policeman, and I was thinking maybe this kid wants to be a policeman, and I thought that was a really fun idea. And we have this base game poster that looks like, I think it's a cop movie or something. You'll see it here in just a little while. So I size it down and just place it right above the bed, and I think that looks super cute. This poster, I think it's supposed to be a cop movie. I think if you read the description, it is. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I really like the way this room turned out, and I was happy to be able to fit bunk beds in here. When I first placed it, I didn't realize that I was blocking this window, but it ended up looking okay. I usually try not to block anything with the bunk beds, but sometimes it doesn't always work that way when I'm like figuring out floor plans. But yeah, I decided not to change it and just leave it the way it was, and I think it actually worked really nicely for this room. Over here I am using the modular furniture like I was talking about. I couldn't get it to work in the other room, but in here I think it worked perfectly, probably because the bed is also from that pack, so they tied in nicely together. And maybe that's why I couldn't get it to like work in the nursery. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, over here I just have some like posters, and I really like that shelf with all of the trophies and stuff. And then I placed this rug on the ground with a school project, and then also this gaming console so they could play some Void Critters together. And then over here is going to be the other kids' room. So in here, I think this kid is just like their mom and loves crafting and all of the holidays. They especially like Valentine's Day. So you'll see that they have the hearts on the wall. I end up placing a Valentine themed rug in here, as well as like the artwork that is Valentine's themed. I also placed some Christmas stuff over here because I imagine that's what they're working on now, but they leave the Valentine's stuff up year round just because it's their favorite holiday. Maybe they're like, even though they're little, they're already like a romantic. And so maybe this sim will grow up to maybe having the aspiration of finding, what is that aspiration called, where they want to find their true love or something like that, or maybe they'll become like a romance novelist or something along those lines. But they just love love, and they love like just romance and people getting together and stuff like that. So I think that's super cute and such a nice idea for a child sim, and I don't think I've ever came up with that idea before. I've definitely done child sims who like arts and crafts, but not like a specific holiday necessarily. So yeah, I thought that was pretty fun, and this is the rug that I was talking about. I think it's so cute. I also ended up placing another set of arts and crafts over here, but it's like the springtime themed one. And then next to the bed, I thought the Eiffel Tower was perfect because, I mean, of course, Paris is supposed to be the city of romance, and so I felt like having the Eiffel Tower was pretty perfect. And then another one of those statues. I used those little statue toys like everywhere I possibly could in the build. But anyways, over here is going to be the garage. So like I was saying, I think the dad likes to escape into the garage. And so I really tried to decorate it with that in mind. So I placed a space heater in here, the one that came from Snowy Escape. So it actually is functional. And then when I placed that, I remembered that I should probably actually place a thermostat inside the home. And so I placed one of those. I always forget thermostats, but it might be kind of useful, especially if you're playing during the winter so your Sims don't freeze. But yeah, in here I have some like workbenches. I placed the woodworking table. Maybe the dad of the house actually built the treehouse, maybe with the kids, like maybe they did it as like a family thing. I think that would be so cute. There's a punching bag in here and some like sports clutter. I think I just placed like the soccer ball, but I also placed some of the boxing gloves, which I don't think I've ever placed in a build before, but they actually look so good, and I'm really pleased with the way that turned out. I put some curtains around. There's also a bicycle in here. I used this one that came from Eco Lifestyle. Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun. But anyways, over here on top of the workbenches, I'm just placing some clutter, just basically random things that I thought could work inside of a garage. I was trying to not make it look too put together. I really wanted it to feel a little bit more messy and less organized like a lot of garages are. I also placed a coffee pot in here just to show how much the dad spends time in here. I feel like him and the mom get along really nicely. I feel like they are really close, but during the holidays it gets to be way too much and he just needs some space. And so I thought that was pretty fun. But yeah, over here on the back porch, I just placed a couple of planter pots. I was going to add Christmas decorations back here, but I didn't think it was totally necessary since everywhere on the build has plenty of Christmas decorations. And I do place some here at the front on this table, some like little holly decorations and some candles, and then a couple of nutcrackers next to the front door, as well as a wreath. And then I put a few decorations on the exterior, like that pretty pine cone thing. I put that above the window, and then I was desperately trying to find a snow pal debug item. I was thinking that I've seen somebody use one at some point, but I might have just been making stuff up because I couldn't find it anywhere. And then over here, I'm decorating the treehouse, which is the last room that I decorate. And something that I do that I thought was kind of like a good idea was I placed a scratching post in the place of where the tree trunk is, just to sort of like keep an idea of where it is so I could decorate around it, because I was kind of just going in there decorating without really having an idea of where it was. And so I thought that was kind of clever of me. It's not like the most clever thing, but I was kind of proud of it. But anyways, in here, like I was saying, I really wanted it to feel like kids have decorated this room, so it's not super organized. Things don't necessarily match. It's just like full of posters and fun activities for your sim children to do, and I think it looks so cute in here. And yeah, hopefully you guys have liked this build. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season, and hopefully yeah, you guys are looking forward to the apartment that I have coming up. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all, from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you. Hey. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. Well, I'm all for Christmas. It's a magical time full of kisses. Take a walk outside and tickle the snowman's nose. Moving nimbly, did you hear something from the chimney? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Oh, whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you. Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the